While I'm out at Santa Monica, there's the pier over that way. The rain has been nasty, and I was actually going to stay at the hotel room tonight and not go out, but then I looked at the detailed weather forecast and it said it was going to be not raining hard for the next couple of hours or so. So I'm going to come out here, see what I can do. This is a natural or a freshwater runoff where then the ocean then comes in and kind of tears things up. So it looks exciting, but it's really not. It's a bunch of trash. And there's some stuff in there too, but there's so much trash, it's unreal. So I'm hoping there's some sand movement on the beach itself, which I will find out here very shortly. And I'm probably not going to video all digs. I've got my raincoat on. I'm just trying to stay dry. But if I dig something up cool, I will definitely turn on. But if it's not raining, I'll do live digs. We'll see you on the first dig. Well, maybe I'm getting rewarded for filling holes. I got a deep 12-13 here, right next to that hole. Sorry, I sound kind of like an ass, but you know what? It really bothers me when people do that. If you're close to the tide, that's fine, because the water's coming in or whatever, and it's going to take care of it. But if you're up here 60 feet away from where the water's at, fill your holes. All right, I'll leave it at that. Now this thing seems to be rejecting. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. Rusty nail. All right, rain's starting to pick up, so this might be the last live dig. This one's going from 26 to 30. It's pretty deep, but I filled in 4 more dig holes on the way over to this one, so hopefully it's not trash. .22, .23 out of the hole. In the scoop. Wow, that's green. I love that. All right, green dime. Rain's not too bad. I've got a 13. That sounds like hell. Now it sounds good again. Since the last green dime, I found another dime and 2 pennies. This should be a nickel. Yep. Well, I'm this far away from the pier, and I'm still filling that guy's holes. But anyway, I just filled a hole right over this way. Come over here, I have like a 13, 14, kind of a sloppy tone. Now it's out of the hole, and I think I see a cross. Take a look. 14, 15 now, but kind of reading like a pull tab. I'm sorry, I'm wet and sliding all over the place. That is a cross. I don't think it's gold. I think it's costume. But we'll take a closer look later to make sure that's the case. It's just they got a the loop around it is starting to corrode, but the cross itself is in pretty good shape. All right, jewelry. So the storm is kind of creating some cuts. I mean, they're tiny, but they're cuts. So all that chopped away, and it's now spread down that way. And so that's where I'm working, this top area. All right, I think I'm into the coins. I found a fishing weight. I got a nice green dime right here. Now I got a quarter. 28 to 31. Hopefully it's a nice green quarter. and I got my back to the wind and the rain, and yeah, so I won't be videoing every dig, but got a quarter, getting into the coins. Hopefully I get into some jewelry. I'll turn on if so. All right, got one. It was ringing up just like a penny-ish. It was a 20 before I dug it. Now it's bouncing from 19 to 24. And I see something shining here on top. No shortage of crosses tonight, in some way. I think that's supposed to be a religious cross. It's got some weight to it. We'll take a look later and see if there's a 925 mark on it saying it's silver. And of course I'll hunt around a little bit for the chain. More jewelry. Let's keep going. All right, I had this coin and it sounded so bad I just had to dig it. Now it's not reading anything, but that's what I was hearing, just chop, chop, chop. And it's a foreign coin and it's really cool looking. Looks like it has Jesus on it. I may be wrong, but it's got a 2 and it says something, I just can't focus in on it. I don't know if that's Jesus. He's wearing a crown. What a cool looking coin. This rang up like a pull tab. It's awfully shiny. So it rang a 14. So we'll take a good look at that later. That also has some weight, and I think I see a mark on that loop. We might have gold. That's a beautiful piece. All right. Yeah, that's a mark up there. I can't focus in though. Almost done. It is rainy, nasty, I'm cold, but I'm heading towards the car right now. Hopefully we'll find something else. Well, I'm out for a quick hunt with Tom. And the waves are angry. I love it. So we've got that storm in Southern California that's just tearing stuff up, and we've got somewhat of a cut here. We'll see how this turns out. See you on the first dig. I didn't turn the camera on because it's soaking wet, but this one's out of the hole. 20 to 22, probably a penny. Tom's already got a handful of coins and a silver necklace, it appears. So it's not quite the cut I was hoping for. I mean, it's not a direct cut off. That's a key. It kind of cut and then lazily brought the sand back down, so it buried a lot of stuff. We need to be further out there. Wow, those waves are insane. Anyhow, got a key to start with. General Motors. All right, got me a 8-9. It's kind of choppy though. It's not real solid, but the numbers are right for gold. Now it's 10-11. Numbers are right for gold or trash. Let me clarify that. Find out real soon because it's out. What kind of coin rings up that low? That is a worn out nickel. Real thin. That's crazy. Alright, I didn't video the dig because I was out in the surf and it was just hammering me. But I got it in my scoop, brought it out, threw it out, and I think I see something shining at me. Whew, that was a workout. Ringing a solid 9. And I see a gold colored item. Man, that was a workout. Right here. gold colored with copper color as well. I think it was plated. Maybe. Or maybe it's just tarnished. We'll take a good look later. It might just be tarnished. It seems like it's rubbing off of there, so we'll take a look later. Keep going. This is why I'm not videoing out in the surf, because they... Oh, here it comes. I'm digging another one right now, but I'll be back to you. This is just like an Allen wrench, and now I got finally a shallow target. Shallow 13. Hopefully it's shallow. In the scoop. And another nickel. Alright, well, I only had a brief amount of time, so I'm heading back towards the car. Some might be wondering why I'm using the Vanquish in the rain. I have this heat shrink over here, and it's basically a bag you put over and then use a heat gun and it forms to it. And I've cut holes where the charging port is and for my electrical connection, but it does really a great job. It doesn't waterproof it, but it water resists it, and if it rains it just kind of drips off of it. So if you have a Vanquish, not a bad idea to get some of that stuff. Anyhow, between here and the car, if I get anything, I'll let you know. Let's wrap up these hunts. So in this video you saw me at Santa Monica, and then you saw me out briefly with Tom. So if you're looking at all these coins, you're probably thinking, holy cow, did you really find that much? I wish. In between those two hunts, I actually met with Terrell when I was up in Los Angeles, and we went to a park. I had my camera in the car in case I found something incredible, but I just assumed I would find nothing but clad coins, and that's exactly what happened. So I didn't bother videoing it. That's where all these coins have come from. So not all of them, obviously some from the beaches as well, but this is a park hunt with Terrell, and I want to say we were out there 3 hours maybe. And then the Santa Monica on this video, and then out with Tom on this video. So that's a different hunt. Also, I want to quickly talk about the holes on the beach. So my camera, I was editing and I'm watching it, and I got pretty irritated, and and also you couldn't really hear everything I was complaining about, but when I come across a lot of open holes on the beach, I have to think that, you know, maybe nobody's been told before. Maybe this person has never been told before as to why we need to fill our holes. So if you're out in the surf, you dig a hole, that's fine. The ocean's going to come in immediately and fill it in for you. But if you're up 30, 40 feet away from the water and you dig a hole and you leave that hole open and you walk away, that water is not going to fill that in for hours. And if you've ever been on the beach in Southern California, there's people jogging all the time. So all we need is one person to, you know, step crooked into one of those holes, break an ankle, raise a stink about it, and all of a sudden they're going to start putting bans on metal detecting on the beaches. So please, please, please fill your holes. It is extremely important. Growing up as a kid, detecting parks and historical sites and things like that, you have to fill your holes if you want permission to detect. So we have it pretty good in Southern California. Let's keep it that way. Fill your holes. Let's talk about what we got here. Typical trash, not much in the park. Most of it was on the beaches, but there was this piece in the park, and it's thicker than like a twist cap, and it's got this fabric around it that's it's got little glittery type stuff in it. I have no clue what that would have been, but that was an interesting piece of trash. Mexican peso. This is Ukrainian, and it is nickel plated steel. That's why it sounded so crazy. Rejecting more than anything, but it got me curious because it was, the tone it was making was just really strange. But Ukrainian coin, that's pretty cool. This is in my bag, and I don't know what that's from. I don't recall finding it, but it's in my bag, so that, well, I'll deal with that later. Okay, this trip, cross. I didn't think it would be gold when I found it, and it's confirmed it is not gold. There's no markings, just plated. Then I found this cross. I believe it rang slightly over a penny, so it was low 20s, 21 maybe, 22. It is plated as well. It's not silver, not gold, and it's actually delaminating on the edges, so nothing precious metals there. This, when I was on the beach, I swore I saw something up there. And if you watch my videos in the past, I don't focus in very well. I can't read a date on a coin without my reading glasses. So what I saw on the top, who knows what it was, maybe a grain of sand. There are no marks on this, but it's very well made. It's in good shape. Better than most that I find like that. So that's pretty cool. That. And then out with Tom very briefly, I did pull off a ring out in the surf. I had seen the discoloration and thought it was rubbing off. Nope, it's delamination. It's a plated ring, but it's a ring, so I can't complain. Dimes, nickels, quarters, and lots of pennies. So had a blast. I can't get enough metal detecting, if you haven't noticed already. I've been doing it since the 80s, so I'm not gonna stop. I'll keep on videoing everything that I do. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.